ASSN.
Welcome to ASSN, the Adult Sports Situation Network, and we are back with the post-game report. The Bears lose 38-42 to the San Francisco 49ers. It was a shootout, just as you predicted. It was a great game, as you say. I'm hurt, but at the same time, the Bears are sick. The Bears are down Roma Dunze. San Francisco is actually down Kittle as well, so it was kind of even in those odds. But I didn't like a lot of the ref callings or non-calls and some of the stuff they did call. But what's your take on this game, Mike?
Oh, man, I knew it was going to be a shootout if we didn't have a good defense. We didn't have a good defense. Missed tackles, everything else. I think that did a lot of damage to us overall. I think that was one of the biggest problems with the missed tackles and everything else. Yeah, it comes down to the last play. But you know what? I mean, that's the most important thing. It came down to the last play. They fought until the very end. They fought the game all the way through. The defense didn't. They got to go fix that. That's going to be one of the big things in the playoffs. But maybe this will expose them and get Ben Johnson working on that defense.
Yeah, the bend don't break situation didn't happen here. These water pipes were busted. Yeah, I'm talking about every time the 49ers got the ball, it was damn near like they're going to go score. And now we did get them to punt 2 times, which was pretty good considering the 49ers haven't punted in over a month in 3 games. But at the same time, when you have the ball, you have to have better clock management. When you have the ball and you get down in the red zone, you got to be better prepared. It didn't seem like the Bears were prepared or the nervous energy was too high. It just seemed like everything was off because when you go down there, you can't really walk off with 3 points. Walk away with 3 points. You really got to score a touchdown in those situations.
Yeah, they needed a touchdown in the last situation and they needed it on the last thing. They just, the last drive, I thought they mismanaged the clock. They had 2 minutes and 15 seconds left.
With 3 timeouts.
With 3 full timeouts, and you're down on the 4-yard line with 4 seconds left. It's just a total mismanagement. You know, they weren't as crisp, but again, you just had the biggest win of probably Chicago in the last 20 years the week before. So, a little letdown, yeah. But, I mean, we'll get back. Johnson will have them ready. At least they lost now. They're going to be a little bit hungry, so that'll be good.
Yeah. And looking forward right now, the Bears can't secure the number 1 seed. San Francisco's firmly in the spot. If they beat Seattle next week, they can grab that number 1 seed.
Correct.
And that means if we get past all the hurdles that we have in front of us, we could be seeing them again in Levi Stadium.
We could be, yeah. But, you know, the other thing is San Francisco may lose that game. I don't know what's going to go on. It's been the craziest season in the NFL for a long time. All I do know that went on this year is I'm 1 game away from my final prediction.
And what was your prediction, Mike?
12-5 for the beginning of the year.
12-5. Last year, his prediction before. Now, this we're talking about before the season starts. During the summer, we're talking about. He predicted 5-12.
Oh.
This season, during the summer, he predicted 12-5. So we're 1 game away from stats actually filling out a stat box. I haven't seen anybody fill out.
I should have called Vegas today and just bet this game. I mean,
yeah. 100%.
I had a feeling it was going to be that way. I looked at the stats, as I said in the pregame. You know, it was going to be a shootout. It was going to be the last go down to the last possession. It did.
Now, there were some shining moments. Caleb looked really sturdy out there. Let's see here. He was 25 for 42 for 330 yards, 7.9 yards average, 2 touchdowns, and his passer rating was 100.3. Brock Purdy, he showed up as the Brock Purdy as we know of right now. These last 6 games, he was 24 for 33 for 303 yards, 9.2 yards average, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and his passer rating was a 118.6. But one thing I did not like you said, missed tackles, is when you have Brock Purdy for safety, you have him for sacks. How do you not wrap him up? He's not Lamar Jackson. It just seems like this Bears defense could have tackled themselves. They could have tackled anything today.
Not today. They looked a little lethargic. They looked like they were missing tackles. And like I said, it's all coming down to defense. I think Ben fixes it. I just, you know, he's got a game to fix it, and then he's got to go to play the Packers again. So, I mean, let's just get back on the horse, get back in.
Yards on the ground. Christian McCaffrey did his thing, 140 yards on 23 carries for a total of 200 yards for the San Francisco, right on the nose. And for the Bears, it was 110 yards. They used DeAndre Swift sparingly. He had 54 yards, 6 yards per average. And Kyle Monungai, he was actually doing good in the beginning. He had 8 carries, 38 yards, 4.8 average. But, in a high shootout, high stakes game for all the marbles trying to get to the NFC #1 seed, this wasn't really a game where you actually could utilize the running game. And then on top of that, you weren't ever ahead besides in the very beginning of the game and at the very end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it just comes down to execution in both those last 2 drives. If they execute, they walk away with a win. They didn't, and, I can understand that. But they lived up to their name, the Cardiac Bears.
Yeah, they sure did. I mean, sometimes we die being diehard fans by cardiac arrest, and sometimes they resuscitate us like they've done many times this year. So shouts out to the Bears for going out to San Francisco, playing a legit Super Bowl contender with legit players, legit coaching, and showing up to even lose by the last second. Because technically, if they would have done some things right, maybe the refs called some of those fouls that were blatant in HD right there on the TV, this could have been a different outcome. But like you said, they looked lethargic. They didn't look like they were on their A game, and they still showed up. And one of the shining spots in this game to me was Luther Burden III. What did you think about him?
Unbelievable game for a rookie. I mean, going about 139, 140 yards, somewhere in that range. It was just a good game on his part,
Yeah.
He's developing. Maybe we get everything back. We get DJ Moore back. We get everybody back for the playoffs in this situation. We beat Green Bay. We beat Philadelphia again. And then we take our shot in San Francisco.
Or Seattle. Or LA.
The last time that Caleb had the last play before last Saturday, he messed it up in Green Bay and they lost. He got a shot at redemption. They won. Maybe they didn't get that in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, learning moment, learning curve.
Yep.
But the Bears go down. Congratulations to the San Francisco 49ers. They're going to go on to play Seattle. That's going to be an amazing game. And it's going to be in Santa Clara at Levi's Stadium. So that's a game that everybody should be tuning into. And then the Bears, they will host the Lions at home and try to lock down that #2 seed. So I think
my prediction.
And your prediction, 100%. So make sure you smash that sub button, and do share. Be a part of the ASSN family because it's a lot better than being
asked out.
Exactly. This is ASSN. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bear down.
Trash Fans, where real fans gear up, hit the rival's locker to take shots at your opponents while having a good time, or rep your squad from the home locker. Talk trash without saying a word. Get yours at trashfans.com. Have fun. It's trash talk season. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button and check out our new store, trashfans.com, where real fans gear up with the wildest sports gear in the game. See you guys in the next episode.